Welcome back to another episode of the NJ1ST podcast. My name is Ryan McDonald. Make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and like the video. It'll help with the algorithm. Follow all my social medias at Ryan McDonald USA, at NJ1ST, and my email newsletter, ryanmcdonald.substack.com. Starting today's news, we have longtime Democrat campaign strategist was charged with election fraud. Truth Press one day ago reports that New Jersey Democrat campaign strategist James Devine was charged with election fraud for allegedly submitting more than 1,900 fake petition signatures to help secure a 2021 Democrat gubernatorial primary ballot spot. So that was just the primary, Governor Phil Murphy. In retrospect, he really didn't even have a challenger. It takes only 1,000 signatures to get on the ballot, and the guy faked 1,900. That's pretty corrupt. It sounds like he was just taking a paycheck and didn't care about his name being tarnished. So Devine was McCormick's campaign manager and sent the fake voter certifications to the New Jersey Secretary of State's Division of Elections via email in April of 2021. He just did not give no Fs. And the New Jersey Democrat State Committee challenged it days later, arguing that all forms featured the same style of signature, and at least one of the named voters was deceased. So only one named voter was deceased, but all the same style signatures. And myself, being I ran a campaign down in Jacksonville, Florida, for signature collections, and people who gather signatures, supposed to be professional, you're getting paid to do it, and they sign it all themselves and fake it all like you're not going to get caught. You're going to get charged too. It's a crime. They know that when they sign on to the job. But a judge subsequently took McCormick off the primary ballot in 2021. I wasn't paying attention. Nobody was. We were paying attention to the Republican primary. But James Devine is now charged with a third-degree offense. Devine could face more than 5 years in prison if convicted. So there's some consequences for you. Reminder that Monday, May 15th, between 10:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. down in Trenton, New Jersey at the State House, there's going to be a parental rights rally. There'll be a bunch of speakers there. I'm going to be in attendance, and I'm going to try and invite Republican leaders to show up. I've invited a couple already. Then they said they declined. But maybe Senator Joe Panaccio will show up, because he has 4 bills that are kind of relating to pushing back against the indoctrination or the forced curriculums. So Senate Bill 1571 requires public schools to post curriculum plans online. It requires school districts to make the textbooks or other materials used in implementing curriculum plans available for inspection by parents and legal guardians. Senate Bill 1570 requires Board of Education to publicly post full meeting agendas 48 hours prior to the meeting. Senate Bill 2385 removes the requirement that instruction on diversity and inclusion be provided in grades kindergarten through 8, and remove that the requirement that unconscious bias be examined in any grade. Panaccio says it would prevent concepts related to critical race theory before high school. So 9 to 12 critical race theory is okay, but not kindergarten through 8. At least it's a negotiation, right? Some Democrats have to take this up. And this is why I think Senator Panaccio should show up at the event, or at least we can go and speak with them maybe, because here it says, invite your pastor, church friends, arrive between 9:30 and 10:30 for a guided tour of the State House building where legislation is made. In addition, please contact 3 state legislators and ask them for a meeting that day to discuss your concerns. So maybe they'll be in session and they can come meet with you for a little bit. I'm going to try that with Senator Joe Panaccio. And the final bill, Senate Bill 302, is to require counties, municipalities, school districts, and other local governments that receive funds from the state to establish a public finance website similar to state's transparency website. So these are 4 bills that Senator Joe Panaccio has tried to implement in the Senate, but since the Republicans in the Senate only have 16 seats and the Democrats have 24, it's really hard for them to even bring anything up. So I'm going to try and get them to that event. Here is the live stream for the Atlantic County Republicans that are endorsing the RINOs, unfortunately. I will talk commentary just briefly over this.
Jean Stanfield couldn't make it here this evening, but obviously she gave us her support, which is very important. And why do I say that? Because when people are out spreading rumors that say that this organization is not a Republican organization, I have a problem with that. I really do. Beth Sawyer, our Assemblywoman, she's running for Senate in LD4. She's here with us tonight. As we put this together, there was a fundraiser that happened a week and a half ago, and it gave us the ability to be able to do this on our part, to be able to let people know that we're here to win. The other side went against the Ronald Reagan rules and is already out trashing other Republicans. But that's the way this organization is. You got two labor people on the Republican ticket that's running against us that is asking our candidates to denounce the labor. As they made a living and fed their family and their kids off the back of the men and women of the labor unions. Well, my message to them is, that's not going to happen. We're here. Anybody that wants to help us, help the taxpayers of these counties, we're going to be there for them, whether they like it or they don't. Danny Kasner, 351. This man right here, and I'll tell you a little secret. One of the rumors are spreading is the labor only supports Democrats. Well, I will tell you, 351 has supported Atlantic County for the last 25 years that I know of. Okay?
Isn't that awesome? They can just support Governor Murphy in 2021, and the Atlantic County GOP chairman Don Bertie says, nah, he supports Republicans for 20 years, just don't question anything, don't look into it. That's disgusting, dude. Reported on by Trenton News Network, Republican Chris Barella, the establishment pick for LD4, looks like he has Democrat Dan Cosner right here circled in the yellow, the business manager and financial secretary of IBEW 351. That's a union. Cosner is Steve Sweeney's best friend. So Democrat Dan Cosner has funded Democrats before as early as 2021. Now he's in LD4 trying to get rid of Ed Durr and also America First conservative grassroots candidates that are running and putting in establishment RINO Republicans. This is pretty remarkable what's going on there down in LD4. But Trenton News Network continues to report saying that this event took place in Gloucester County, and they claim that it was grassroots, and it's not. It is not grassroots. It's the establishment. It's the swamp. It's the same swamp for the last decade. The only candidates to have grassroots support in the 4th Legislative District are Nick DeSilvio, Michael Clark, and Denise Gonzalez. Nick DeSilvio has been accepting towards my work, independent work, for the last couple of years with NJ1ST. I support him. Michael Clark, young blood. We need young blood in primarying these old guard Republicans. And Denise Gonzalez, as well as an America First patriot fighter, been there doing it since 2020, going to the New Jersey Medical Freedoms Rights Rally. She has her own Facebook group and her own activism. But it looks like this is personal for her. That's what we're thinking. Trenton News Network reported on this a while ago that Dan Cosner, that same guy that's right up here, the Democrat Steve Sweeney guy that you're going to see oddly rubbing his wife's shoulders throughout the whole live stream that we're going to watch. I just have to point that out. He's the ex-husband of Denise Gonzalez, one of the primary opponents. He's funding the other side. It's personal for him. I bet you it is. Cosner is the business manager and financial secretary of IBEW 351. He's very political, and he's friends with Steve Sweeney and South Jersey Democrats. He puts a lot of money into these races, and he funds LD4 Democrats. What is he doing with LD4 Republicans? And they claim to be the real Republicans.
Look, we're pro-parent. We need to give parental rights back to the parents. We need to trust parents. The state does not trust you with your kids and your kids' decisions and your kids' lives. We need to be pro-parent. We need to be pro-cop. No matter what you heard, I would pro-law enforcement.
It's interesting to hear him say he's pro-family and pro-parent. I hope he attends the May 15th Trenton rally that we have. For some reason, I don't think he's going to show up. Mr. Barella seems to be an entrenched Republican politician making his money off the backs of us taxpayers, us laborers who don't have unions representing us. But he actually stressed a point at the end there saying he's pro-police because 10 years ago, again, he's been entrenched in this, it seems like, entrenched in all New Jersey politics in general, all the bad stuff for the last 10 years. And he got caught up 10 years ago with the anti-cop sentiments in Atlantic City. It's the same way that Hirsch Singh actually did as well over there in Atlantic County. Let's look what he said 10 years ago.
Public workers have a higher percentage of on the work accidents and getting injured on the work than police officers. So what they do is vitally important. I think they keep us safe just all the same.
So please don't insult our profession by saying it's just as dangerous. The other jobs are just as dangerous. I know what it's like. I've been to many, many funerals. Too many. Too many of my friends have died in the line of duty. And I do not want to attend anymore. So I'm insulted by that, Mr. Barella, and I know these officers are too.
A few things I learned in politics: don't go after Jack Citarelli or now Chairman Purdy here. So I do have to announce the county candidates, but there's a few people in this room that I have to acknowledge. You are in Washington Township. We are the largest municipality in Gloucester County. No one gets elected unless they get through Gloucester County, Washington Township. The other side, for some reason, says that we're not Republicans. Well, these guys won Republican seats in Gloucester County at times that were unheard of. It's not true. These are a better ticket. We elect people, we nominate people for the good of the party. I say this over and over and over again because, like myself, step aside because there's better candidates. We put the party before our own personal gains. And unfortunately, on the other side, that is not true. And it's hurting the party. And that's the last thing that we ever want to do.
That is so backwards, it's not even funny. It's supposed to be the people before the party. This is the uni-party in full effect.
We are going to celebrate the biggest victory on June 6th, and we are going to go into this general election, and we are going to get votes from everyone, because they want the difference. I talk to Democrats all the time, and what they said the last election, they wanted to vote for us, but they didn't feel comfortable with what was going on with the two commissioners that have already won at the county. That commissioner is now running for Senate. He's done a horrible job as a commissioner. He's been a complete disappointment. And I'm saying that because I've been there. I've been at the meetings. I've seen him in action. And the lack of leadership has really hurt all of us. It cost us the election last year. I watched three of my dear friends that ran for commissioner get their names dragged through the mud. Not for anything that they said, for things that the senator said and this commissioner that's running. So I want you guys to know the real reason why we are doing this. And I hate to say it's a civil war, but I had people that I really trusted, that I saw them lose all of their integrity for their own personal financial gain. That's when I knew that I had to do what we are doing right here, right now. We are doing it for the Republican Party. We are doing it for our families. We are doing it for our counties, and we are doing it for this state.
Whoa, Civil War? Where was she between 2016 to 2020? We really could have used her help, but Ed Durr was there, and he was with the America First MAGA movement, while she was with Jack Citarelli, trying to get ready for 2021 and looking away from all the fraud and stealing that was occurring. Lastly, I have a report from Northeast New Jersey, Donald Payne Jr., a congressman from Congressional District 10. Nobody takes on Congressional District 10. Somebody's gotta. Billy Pempre has Congressional District 9. Just run alongside him for CD10. It'll be an uphill battle, but somebody's got to do it. Community project funding. Almost $7 million in funding he provided to 5 different cities. They were Roselle, West Orange, and then 3 were not cities. So let's look into who got what money and who missed out. I found on Congressman Donald Payne Jr.'s website that there was a request form for the 2023 community funding project. People could request their grants basically from the federal government. So this was Roselle's, and they're requesting for roads, sewers, storm repair projects, so infrastructure, and they were awarded $1,500,000. Next, the Township of West Orange received $1,600,000 for requesting pump stations water pump stations for at least 7 different locations all throughout. It was to take care of their infrastructure for water quality and to reduce the municipal energy costs. The remaining $4 million gets split up between Newark Emergency Services for families in Essex County, which is kind of small looking. That's interesting. I guess they'll be hiring a lot and expanding for the services that they offer, as well as Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences. So a couple more millions in federal funding to colleges, as if they needed more money. And the United Way, Hudson County, which is a health insurance company, I believe. It's a big one, and I believe a lot of state employers use it, so that's probably why they're getting federal funding. All 3 of these companies and university get subsidized money anyway, and now they're getting more federal grants. So that's what's going on here. If you've made it to the end, thank you for watching the NJ1ST podcast. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to all my social medias. I'll be trying all different forms of content going forward. I have some interviews lined up, and tomorrow I'm going to Montclair State University, more public events. So I'll keep bringing content, NJ1ST politics, New Jersey politics in general. Hit me up to collab. I'm always looking to expand, and hope to see you May 15th in Trenton, New Jersey for the Parental Rights and Freedom Rally to protect American youth against indoctrination of the left. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.